under this new healthcare law. I mean, I've heard people say, if you like your coverage, you can keep it. Well, not if your employer cancels your benefits. The law, as written, will tell employers that if you have more than 50 employees, you will provide benefits after the first 30 employees. And if you don't provide them, you will pay a $2,000 penalty. Well, the law has incentivized smaller employers to cancel health benefits, pay the $2,000 penalty. So if you work in that company, if you like your benefits, you can keep it. Well, not if that employer is going to cancel the benefits. I've talked to scores of local employers around here who said, I'm under 50 employees, and I'm going to keep it that way. Now, we want to encourage small companies to grow. We have incentivized them to either, the law, not me, the law has incentivized companies to cut back their payrolls or take people from a full-time to a part-time status. That has been the practical effect. And in this economy, people are looking for jobs. We're trying, I believe that our economic growth rates are as low as they are. We should be growing we should have a robust recovery going on right now. I absolutely believe that. We should be seeing strong economic growth right now. But there is something going on in this country that I call a capital strike. Not just by small companies, but by large companies. And I met with Jeffrey Immelt recently. He's the head of General Electric. They own, what they do, refrigerators, a huge industrial giant. They own NBC and MSNBC and all that. And I sat with Jeff Immelt and a few other members of Congress, and he was complaining about the tax and trade policies of this administration. And I couldn't help but note the irony of that, since he owns, he supported it, and he also he has a station that MSNBC that cheerleads for the administration. He's complaining to me about it. I said, well, you're doing all you can to advance the policies you're decrying through your media outlets. So, but the point he made, though, was fair. I mean, the tax and trade policies are detrimental to growth. And he pointed out the fact that, his company and others are sitting on a lot of money, but they're all afraid to invest it right now. I hear it everywhere. They're afraid to invest because they see their taxes going up with the expiration of the 01 and 03 tax cuts. They see that coming back, a massive tax increase out there. They see the healthcare mandates. And I'm sure GE, like a lot of other companies, has this retiree prescription issue they've got to deal with like everybody else. Well, that's going to cost us whatever it's going to cost them. And so they're making decisions. They're all looking at these policies. The financial reg bill. I mean, as much as we need financial regulatory reform, the problem is the law is going to make it harder to access capital by people who had nothing to do with the crisis that was created. I mean, that law too. I mean, Fannie and Freddie were as much responsible for the bubble as anybody, and they're completely out of law on financial regulatory reform as put forward by Barney Frank. I mean, that's what we're up against. And so people are looking at all these issues, and they're concerned, and they're making investment, or not making investment decisions to hire more people or more plant or more equipment because of the...
But weren't health insurance companies pretty much rationing care in a way too? Well, because you get dropped if you get sick.
We'll come back to that in a minute. But the point being is, when you'll see rationing on it, I think on a much more grand scale now, because there simply isn't going to be enough money to pay for everything. Because look at the health care law, again, noble goal, which was universal coverage. Problem is, there was no cost control built into this law. And that's why rationing will be an inevitability. It's not an opinion. It's going to be a simple fact. When the costs go up, and the money's not there, services are going to be cut back. I mean, there's just no other way around that. It's just simple economics. That's what's going to happen. And
Ed, Charlie, my point is that whether I get, and I'm 75 years old, whether I get a procedure or anything else is a decision to be made by the doctor, me, and my family, not by some, pardon my French, goddamn bureaucrat.
Or health insurance.
Or health insurance company. Or health insurance company. I don't like that.
They're deciding that right now. They want to make money.
But as a result of this law, I can assure you there are going to be fewer health insurance companies. And there'll be a massive consolidation there. There'll be a few big ones. But you'll see a mass consolidation there. Just like you're going to see. Well, okay, if you like it. All right. Well, you want to. Well, let me just one thing though on that final point too. By the way, with financial regulatory reform, you're going to see a massive consolidation of these smaller banks. They didn't stop too big to fail. What they did is they made it too difficult to succeed if you're small, too small to succeed. And I hear that from everybody right now that you're going to see mass consolidations of these smaller local banks. because they're not gonna be able to afford the